Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. It's a little disorganized on our end, just a teeny little bit, but we are here on time tonight. And we have a special guest, a guest host, and a guest for the show tonight, being Kelly Jo Miller, who is on with us. Always a fun time when we are on. That brings the level up about 10.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Yep. Kelly Jo's on. We are talking about home remedies tonight. When Svea and I were having a show meeting about this, we were talking about what we're going to do, and I went, we should bring on Kelly Jo. And she's like, yes. Kelly Jo's like, okay. And we're like, yes. So Svea's running a little bit late tonight. She's rushing home from Disneyland. She'll tell you about that little adventure.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Yeah, she'll be on any minute now. She's like driving home fast. She's going to wish she's
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was getting lost in that. How you like our background video? Our countdown video.
Beautiful. Look at that. Milky Way. Where'd you get that at?
My spaceship. That is a time lapse right there, taking place different places. This happens to be Cholla Gardens at Joshua Tree National Park, a whopping 38 minutes from my house.
Wow. Look at all those shooting asteroids or stars. Asteroids, yep. Probably, huh?
Those are actually satellites.
Satellites. Oh, okay.
Those are satellites. What we just saw was an aeroplane. And I should probably get the banner off. I don't know how to do that. So he always does that stuff. Banners.
Oh, gotta hit the right button.
Yeah,
that's real pretty, though.
Oh, it is. Okay, there we go. I'm going to keep the banner on because that just has the title of the show. We're going to go with that.
That works for me.
Yeah, because I do. Usually it says Late Night Craft Talk and where we're going, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it off. That way I don't have it during the opening, and then we'll bring it back on. Okay. Let's see who we got watching so far. We've got a couple watchers. Sharing is caring. I'm doing my part. I'm sharing the show.
Sharing the show.
Sharing your show. You're gonna show. Can you show us some pictures? You want me to bring it up of your swimming pool today?
I don't know how to do that.
I can do it.
I'd have to put my phone like right up to the.
No, I'll bring it up. That was just classic. Your like some pool today.
I was forced into it. I had no choice. Either that or share my own little pool with her, and I was okay for about a day or two, but that's about it. I'm like, okay, it's $63 altogether. I'm just getting another pool. And then mine has a cover on it, and it has the netting around the another canopy, which makes it wonderful.
Oh, the look on that dog's face was just absolute. Like, it has been hot in Southern California.
Yeah, but it wasn't even as hot today as it was a couple days ago. But yeah, it feels wonderful just getting into that.
Oh, I bet. Like today was not as bad as the last couple of days. I've been out biking in it. It had sold in Palm Springs last night. That heat. And, I mean, even people that live down here were out there just fanning themselves like crazy. I had a big fan going. I think I could have made probably $1,000 to let people stand in front of the fan.
I probably have my AC portable on me right now, but it probably make too much noise. So if I start dripping sweat or something, it just feels normal.
You're going without AC just because of the noise right now?
Yeah.
Oh, don't plug that thing in.
Oh, I'll go turn my fan this way though. That would help.
Turn the fan. Turn that AC on. If we have background noise, that's what noise reduction's for on the software. Okay, Svea just got home. Svea just got home. She'll be on any second now.
Yay! Oh yeah,
you turn on your AC. I hope, right?
The fan's fine. It's hitting me.
Okay, you. So Svea says just got home, refreshing. Then we'll be on. So she's.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Sorry.
Refreshing. I got my snack right now. That's an active show, folks. We got so much to go over. We're gonna just do a little bit of intro, and then boom, we're going right into it.
I have no snack. I did make zucchini bread cake thing with almond flour and coconut flour, and oh my gosh, it's so good. My garden. Lots of zucchini with my garden right now. Zucchini. Between me and my neighbors,
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh, that
Maya
sounds
just say, hello, Kelly Joe and James and Svea when Svea comes along, because Svea's like, I don't know. I'm going to be late fashionably. I think she's jealous of you, Kelly Joe.
who?
Svea.
Why?
I don't know. We'll ask her. We'll ask her when she comes on.
I don't have pizza place and stuff and a bead shop. You know, I'm mean with beads though. I crush them and I turn them into inlay on my gourds. I try not to tell people that when I'm buying beads.
Gotcha. That just reminded me, like when I was at Wrightwood last Saturday for Wrightwood Mountaineer Days. Oh wait, we have a comment from Maya to you, Kelly Joe. Oh no, put on your AC, woman, with fire.
But I'm not out in Indio. I'm in Winchester. It's a little chillier. I mean, not chilly, but chilly would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. What is it here? It's 79 here. I still swim in weather.
I love 79. Your low right now is lower than our low at the middle of the night.
Yeah, see, so it's pretty nice with the fan's fine. You know, you sweat a little, you fan, you know.
Maya says you put them on your what?
Put what on my what?
Remind us, Maya. We'll probably get an answer in 30 seconds with the time delay. All right, we're back to Joshua Tree with looks like city lights toward the Coachella Valley, cars going by, and lots of stars. And satellites.
So pretty. I could watch that all evening.
Well, Maya just gave me a suggestion. She's influencing me.
Eating a cookie. Oh, it's all the snacks. See, I don't have my zucchini bread. It's all the way in the fridge right now.
Maya says, yummy zucchini bread sounds delicious.
It was so good. And I made a lemon curd to kind of use as a frosting on top.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, I got a pack of cookies in the other room. I'm going to go grab them when the show
homemade
goes.
lemon curd. It was perfect with a monk fruit, no sugar.
Oh, I got to try that. I got to write. I got to get ready for something I'm going to be talking about after the show starts. We're doing tomorrow morning. Okay. We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds from showtime, folks.
Yay.
And Sophia just said something about Imodium AD. Del Taco releases new Imodium AD sauce packets to combat explosive diarrhea outbreak. Matter of fact, for those of you watching, we do have this week's sponsor. So we will have a little commercial break between our countdown and the actual opening show credits. Might be some familiar faces in there. We'll see. But we do have a sponsor tonight, and we do have to take care of that little bit of business. And then we get to the rest of the show about home remedies.
Yay.
Matter of fact, it's I wonder if we're going to be talking about home remedies for explosive diarrhea, like that diarrhea outbreak out in the Midwest.
That's least nuts. One. Yeah, at least one home remedy.
Oh, definitely. We're definitely be showing what Svea just sent me on Instant Messenger. She should be coming on any second now.
Yay.
I'll go get that bag of cookies.
Cookies.
Dang. Zucchini bread. All right, we've got more viewers signing on. Hello, folks. If there's anybody new, let us know who you are, where you're from, and our current viewers. Oh, wait, there's Big Rocks in Joshua Tree. There is so much space right there. It's like looking in one ear and out the other of my head.
It looks like a sky shark almost. When it came in, it did.
Yeah, that looks like San Jacinto Mountains right there. Sky shark.
Yeah. Oh, I make, there's a word for that, making images out of the clouds.
Imagination?
Yeah, there's an actual word for doing that, though, for seeing figures. I don't know what it is, but I remember. Pretty.
We'll have to figure it out. We're only 30 seconds from the show start, folks. Remember, we're going to have our little bit of our tonight's sponsor coming on. And, we're talking a little current events right there with, explosive diarrhea, and we're doing home remedies tonight, covering that. Get ready for countdown, folks. Get ready to count down with us. Starting in just a few seconds, count down with us. Say where we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. When
What? Oh.
showtime. But at first, a word from our advertiser.
Uh-oh. Quarantino's Legal Services.
I'm Earl T. Justice from Quarantino's Legal Services, your very own porcelain attorney. Have you or a loved one recently experienced an event that only can be described as a gastrointestinal sonic boom? Did a simple trip to a taco or salad bar turn your peaceful afternoon into a high-stakes race against time and your own pants? You are not alone. Right now, a microscopic parasite called Cyclospora is terrorizing toilet bowls across America. Federal officials point to contaminated shredded iceberg lettuce. They call it a foodborne illness. I call it a biological betrayal to you and America. If you live in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, or West Virginia, you are in the splash zone. If you have missed work, lost your dignity, or spent the last 72 hours rewriting your will from the lavatory throne, you deserve compensation. Don't let big produce flush your rights down the drain. We will fight for your medical bills, your emotional distress, and the cost of the industrial strength air fresheners you've been forced to buy. Call the law offices of Quarantino's Legal Services right now. Don't wait, because just like your symptoms, this offer won't last long.
Quarantino's Legal Services got me compensation for clogging the local casino's plumbing. Thank you, Earl T. Justice. You're my porcelain attorney.
Will bidet to you and explode on scene so fast that the lettuce syndicate won't have a chance to sell you a roll of toilet paper at a 100,000% markup like during the pandemic. I'm Earl T. Justice, your personal. I'm Earl T. Justice, your personal. I'm Earl T. Justice, your personal. I'm Earl T. Justice, your porcelain attorney. We fight for you. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea and James Hermes. On tonight's show, Home Remedies. I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about castor oil, the traditional remedy so horrific to swallow, you immediately forget why you were sick in the first place. It's time to start the show. Dance, I say, dance. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. We are joined by Kelly Jo Miller.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
And Dash Me Late Somewhere is going to be Svea. Anytime now, when she comes on, we should sit there and just go. We should do the look we use to punish Maya. Okay. Let me get the introductions done right quick. What's up?
I said that was good practice.
That was good practice. Get ready for the real thing. Oh, we got some comments we got to catch up with on back here. That's right, folks are probably still seeing now I'm looking at the comments popping up. They're probably seeing just the last of the opening credits, which they are. I can see it going right there. Now we're live. Okay. Little mission statement right quick. Welcome to Late Night Craft Talk, a talk show that is in its 6th year. We started during the pandemic between Dancing Bear Indian Trader and Elk Crack Traders. And we started the show to showcase people that are inspiring, that are talented, and give a place to go. And it's evolved into just a fun place where we go over and we spend Friday night and still bring on very inspiring people and just amazing people. There's proof. Right there. Now you have to go, see, when you're looking at me, you got to go the opposite. If I'm on one side, you got to go, I got to get the banner. I'm going to surprise Svea and show her the banner. Here we go. Okay, we got the banner up. Okay, there you go. So you got to go the opposite because when I'm seeing you on one side, I got to go to my left because you're to my right on the screen. Okay, there we go. All right. finish the introductions, and we have inspiring people. And from there, we are talking about home remedies. And we will be talking about the conspiracy with the lettuce Illuminati, the lettuce syndicate, explosive diarrhea.
And I had lettuce earlier. I gotta say, I feel a little bloated. I might be right along that path. I don't know.
Well, will you be contacting Earl T. Justice since you're eating a salad and you were satisfied? You're satisfied and then you're eating more salad.
I may have to. I may. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out.
So remember, Earl T. Justice is not a real attorney. He only plays one on the internet. Okay. While we're waiting for Svea to come on, let's just do a quick roundabout here. We catch up on some viewer comments. Maya says that someday she'd like to see the stars like that one day.
Me too.
Definitely. And then we have from Wendy Hodge, Maya. Hi, Maya. And then we have from Maya, Wendy. As a lot of us do. Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Okay, Wendy says, good to see Quarantinos is back. And then most importantly, hi, Kelly Jo from Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Yep.
See, she's
All right.
back early enough.
And then Maya says, definitely give Svea the look. And with that, we're waiting for Svea to come on. She says you got to refresh. Let's give one more practice round for when Svea comes on. Ready? Okay, we're good. All right. While she's coming on, we're going to go ahead and just give a quick update. We do have a show calendar to show everybody tonight. We have, wait, that, add that. Okay. Just go over what's upcoming. We do have in 2 weeks from tonight, the Lakeside Summer Stampede put on by the Drover Rodeo and Livestock Company at Lakeside Rodeo Grounds. Kelly Jo and I were just talking about Lakeside Rodeo and stuff a little while ago before the show, just a few minutes before the show. But
yeah.
This is a brand new thing that's happening at Lakeside Rodeo Grounds. You've always got the Lakeside April Rodeo that happens in April. Then you've got the Bulls Only Rodeo that's been going on for over 20 years that happens in October at Lakeside Rodeo Grounds. And brand new this summer by Drover Rodeo and Livestock Company, this Summer Stampede at Lakeside Rodeo Grounds. This place gets used a lot.
Might as well. It's there. Might as well use it. It's been there forever.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll be there. Elk Rack Traders will be there. It's just like we just keep on showing up at Lakeside Rodeo Grounds for different events, and it's always we're the same thing. All there, but you'll see it there.
I have a bunch of family in Lakeside too.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. El Cajon, Lakeside, and Santee. I call it the Triangle. When I was ride my horse from El Cajon to Lakeside to Santee to the sand pits, where we'd swim on our horses and then back to El Cajon.
That's awesome. There's still places that do that too. I actually call it the Triangle too, just because it shows up down there and so many customers I have in that area. Got it. So let's get on to the calendar. Let's go. We have coming up, we also have the Indian Fair Days coming up August 2nd, 1st and 2nd. That would be a Sunday, Monday. Wait, no, that'd be a Saturday, Sunday. So it's coming up, honoring basket weavers up there. That's going to be at North Fork Recreation Center in North Fork, California. I believe that's Northern California. We have coming up, save the date, the 23rd Annual Powwow, Table Mountain Ranchera Powwow, coming up August 21st through the 23rd. And then one will be at Barona Powwow, like Elk Rack Traders will be there. Coming up Labor Day weekend, April 4th through the 6th. And then we have San Manuel Powwow coming up at Cal State San Bernardino, September 18th through the 20th. Dancing Bear Indian Traders will be there. Look for them. And that's all we have for the calendar right now.
Oh, that sounds pretty busy.
A lot coming up. Svea's got shows coming up. I've got shows coming up. A lot going on. Okay. While we're waiting for Svea, I was going to bring this up another part of the show, but we'll get it right now. Okay. We might have to look for it. Look for their actual Facebook page. But, you ever like start scrolling and all of a sudden there's an advertisement and something that's just so damn cool. You just stop and look at it going, I should impulse buy that. It is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found one of those. Okay. Little background. Are you a fan of Conan the Barbarian?
Sure.
Yes. You
Yeah.
recognize the name Thulsa Doom and all that?
Kind of.
There's the great James Earl Jones. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know when he says what's best in life? Yes. Conan, what's best in life? He says, destroy your enemy, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. Now, are you familiar with The Sound of Music?
Yes. I'm actually more familiar with that than Conan.
Okay.
Sorry. I was just married and having babies and stuff.
Got it.
I didn't have time for any.
What would you say if somebody was able to combine the greatest aspect of Conan and The Sound of Music?
Wow. What a fusion.
You get a t-shirt like this. The Sound of Lamentation. I am probably going to buy that shirt. I found a place. It's like $32. I'm like, my impulse buy, my being impulsive has limits at $32, but I really want it. And I'll think about it. But if I get it, I will wear it on the show, folks. But I was looking at a lot of other stuff, and there's like stuff that you will love. But I will say that it's not more probably your style, but there's stuff that Wendy Hodge would go boom and like go crazy. All right, we got to do our thing right quick. You're celebrating. You got to do the thing.
Huh? I'm doing my thing. What? What's wrong?
We're giving you the Maya look.
Why?
Because you're late. That is not host of the month material.
Okay, whatever.
Employee of the month, host of the month. Sabea's kind of trying to give us that look with the amused look while we're trying to give her the Maya look. All right. You get the blue steel Maya look.
I don't think I could do that, but I'll try them. No, that just looks evil.
that was like rock star like.
Well, the blue steel look. Was that what they call blue steel?
So, anyway.
Blue steel.
Got it. It's from Zoolander. Horrible movie.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we've done all the we've done the intro, the update from one business, and the countdown and all that stuff. While Svea was just going, hit the toenails. So Svea, just so we can get this part of the talk done now that you've decided to join us, what's the latest news from Gemco?
You mean Dancing Bear?
No, I said Gemco.
Okay, so Dancing Bear, we've been really busy. I mean, we just have been like so busy. We have a bunch of our bead line is actually being premiered at a bunch of different needlepoint shops across the U.S., which is really cool. One of my customers, she has a needlepoint shop. She's opening up soon. Very excited about getting our beads. And I saw on social media another one of our customers posting our beads in their store. It's so cool. It's really a neat thing to see. We are trying to we're going to try to put them all up in our store so that everyone has an opportunity to get like a smaller quantity of beads because they're like a 4.5 gram tube versus like a 6-inch tube. So it's enough to do a project. Like say you need like 10 colors, you don't have to buy a 6-inch tube times 10. So it's actually nice because you'll actually get the amount of beads you need for your project. And then you don't have a ton of beads left over. So that's a lot of people are liking that. And so that's really exciting. Today, this has nothing to do with Dancing Bear, but today is Disneyland's 71st birthday. And so Dan and I, we needed a break. We really needed a break just from working really hard. And we went to Disneyland today and I came up with an idea of doing a game. So we just decided last minute that we were going to have a competition, and I went with my friend and Dan. And the competition was we had to find someone in the park wearing what we were wearing. So it was hard. I mean, I thought, okay, because we buy things, we buy clothes there. Like this is from Disneyland. I actually really
Wow,
like
that's
it.
nice.
It's really nice.
That's beautiful.
It's 50% off right now. So I mean, I love a deal. So I was wearing my ears that are like from almost maybe 8 years ago, and I had to find people that were wearing my ears. And Dan decided to wear a shirt, and the shirt that he wore, here's Princess Leia. He had to find people that were wearing his shirt, and then my friend, she had to find people that were wearing her shirt, and it didn't really work. So we had to do something to get her on the board, but it was really funny. Dan approached people, I approached people. We got selfies with a bunch of people we don't even know. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It made the day really fun and challenging.
Why are other people wearing your clothes?
So there's a thing where if you go to a store and they make something, they usually make more than one. It's called pret-a-porter.
What were you wearing when people were
ready to wear? That means that they generally will make more than one garment in the same design. And so what happens is that when you have people that are fans of Disney, for example, they buy the different things. They wear them to the park. And so that's what was fun. So we literally, there's like 8 pictures of Dan wearing the same shirt as some other guy.
You didn't bring a suitcase full of clothes.
They made it a game.
What'd you say, James?
You don't bring a suitcase full of clothes and like tell people put this on, we'll take a picture with you? Because I would think that's kind of weird.
You made it a game, though. You had to try to find somebody wearing the same thing you were wearing.
It was really fun. And my friend was getting so discouraged because she's wearing a shirt that's only a couple years old and it's purple. She was so discouraged that I'm like, hey, why don't you go buy a new t-shirt? And we had seen a bunch of people wearing that same shirt. So we went and got her on the board of the points. At least she got a couple points for getting a picture with someone with the same t-shirt on. It was funny. But we had a good time today. It was really needed. And there was a crazy car accident on the 15 at like 4 a.m. There was a rig like on its side, fully on its side. It was going south on the 5 in Camp Pendleton, and it must have hit the the center divide. It kind of dips down, and it flew over, and it was like on its side, on the other side of the road. So the truck was facing south on the northbound side. It was crazy. So, and then when we were coming back, there was a lot of traffic. So I would have been here at 9:30, but there was some Camp Pendleton traffic. So, but anyway.
But you got here, you don't have a speeding ticket.
Nope.
Okay.
And you got to have the day in Disneyland.
Yes, it's so much fun.
I love Disneyland.
We went on Pirates of the Caribbean. We saw the new animatronic that people are complaining about. It was okay. I mean, it was okay. I thought it was fun. It was cool. Whatever.
Tied in with the movie.
Yeah, tied in with the movie a bit. There's Dan. And then, but yeah, we had a good time. It was fun. Princess Leia's watching Dan.
I'm out of curiosity. I'm looking at Princess Leia, and she's just got this very satisfied look on her face. And Kelly Jo Miller got a pool for her dog. It's very own pool. And I'm looking at a picture of this, and I'd like to get your opinions, but I also mainly want to get the audience opinion on. Let me get it up.
This looks like a happy dog.
Yeah. Which one? I mean, we look at Princess Leia, and then we have her dog right there. Which one looks more satisfied and relaxed?
Well, I could tell you Princess Leia would not want to be in a pool.
Yeah. Probably not.
She does not like to be in anything cold. She wants to be in nice, toasty, warm.
We're just looking at her dog right there laying down in his own pool.
Oh, that's cute.
And
I
of course,
had to
Joy
get
goes and room.
I had to get another one for me because how do you talk a dog out of that? Oh no, don't get in the cool pool when it's a hot day. Don't do that. So there's mine. There's
Oh,
her.
that's fun. You guys have your own pools.
I had to. She kept getting in mine, and I was just keeping her out of mine now.
Well, I mean, look at that face.
Oh yeah, she's just loving it. She just rests her head on that inflatable spot, and then she just like I'm happy right here, just right here.
Oh, that's
I kind
really
of do the
cute.
same thing, but the camera wasn't on me, so.
I just wonder which one looks more relaxed, her or Princess Leia just sprawled out on Svea's arms.
I think it's a draw.
Yeah, each got its place right there. But like Svea said, Princess Leia would not be in the wet pool.
She would not. She doesn't like it when there's cold air blowing on her.
No, Missy comes and sits in front of my air conditioner
She does
with it
not like
blowing
the air.
right on her. She's half border collie and half retriever, so she's a
We have
little
another-
crazy and likes to swim.
We have another input from another dog owner for Colonel Mustard, Wendy. Nice pool. Colonel Mustard only likes his legs getting wet in the wading pool.
Well, these are the dogs that swim with me when I paddle my kayak, and this one of them. They'll swim 5 to 9 miles each day because it's 3 miles in the morning, 3 miles in the evening, and 3 miles or in the afternoon, and then in the evening. So
Yeah, when you go out to the river and stuff, right?
yeah, when I go to the river and I camp at the backwaters. So if
Yeah.
they want to go with me, they can't ride on the kayak. They're too big, too many. So they run alongside and they swim, and they run alongside and they swim.
There's some place where they got to swim a ways considering the river.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they've
man,
gotten
or
so
something.
good at that. They do much more than we know.
Well, it's a black lab, right? It's a water dog anyway.
Yeah, she's actually golden retriever. Her mom's a purebred golden retriever, and her daddy's a border collie.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay.
But golden retrievers are water dogs too.
Yes, they are. She loves the water. My other one though, he's a Queensland and a shepherd, and he loves the water too. So, and they just follow me. I think they just love me. They just want to follow me around.
They love you.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm
Got it.
babysitting
Okay.
my daughter's dog this week. I do not want 3 dogs. I only have 2 arms, only 2 hands. This is like, it's overwhelming. It really
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And he wants just as much love. He doesn't know why his family dumped him here with his country cousins. He lives in San Clemente, and they went to Hawaii without him.
Sounds like one of those things where, like, the big city cousins got to go visit the family on the res or out in some farm country, and they're like, "What'd I do to piss somebody off?"
Yeah. Yeah, he's not used to dirt. I mean, he has grass and cement. That's it.
So a dog that eats like this out of the bowl, the diamond-studded bowl made of platinum.
Pretty much.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
He's a beach dog.
We have Curtis Youngbird signing on, coming. So half golden retriever, half border collie. That's we got to be a fun mix.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad she's half retriever so she can at least relax and quit judging me. She'll look at me like, "You lazy human. You're just sitting there working on your computer. You lazy human." And then I have to play ball with her constantly. I have one of them ball flingers. It's a good flinger. I have to go play with her at least 5 or 6 times a day throughout the day. And then I take her, our dog walk is with my car. So she can run.
Jeez.
She runs 30 miles an hour. 30 miles an hour she gets up to, and then she cuts back to 28, but she'll run for about a mile at least. And if I don't, it's like she'll look at me at 3 a.m. with the ball in her mouth going, "Let's play."
At least my 105-pound tortoise is not that high maintenance daily.
Yeah.
They live longer, but
Border collie.
not as fun.
Border collie's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Different creature altogether than the other dogs I've ever had. Different creature. Very judgmental.
Gotcha. I did say we are going to jump right into the subject. We fell down the trap again called not doing that and just banter. It's 10:25 and we got to get on the subject. And the original plan was just make it short and then jump into it. Well, we totally went off the rails again. Whoopsie. All right. Home remedies. Not necessarily talk about medical, but how you can use stuff that's around your house or natural ingredients, things that maybe in your garden, around you that grows in the environment that you can use for different purposes, being in health or even just household item, replace something or supplant it or whatever. And that's one reason we brought Kelly Jo Miller on, because she's amazing at this stuff. Svea's got some stuff you want to share. Not so much me. I've been too busy prepping for the show, doing the whole Earl bit and all that. But did you see the Earl?
Yes, it was funny. Considering the situation that's going on with all the stuff, it's kind of funny.
It's better the second time. I liked it better the second time.
Because you were in it.
Yeah.
There's two versions,
So
and then
I
Kelly
liked it
Jo
better
did
the
the
second-
part, and then I sent. You haven't seen that one. Kelly Jo's got an excerpt in it.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so who wants to go first?
I think let's bring in Svea. Let's bring what you got, what you want to share first,
Okay.
to get the ball rolling on this subject.
So I found
I'm gonna use my bag of cookies.
I have two really good things that I found. So for one thing, I have a problem that whenever, so just so you guys know, Dan, just so you guys know, I'm doing the show and you can hear every single thing you're saying. Okay.
Dan, why do you watch soap operas and talking about Svea now?
So I have a problem. I'm always getting bitten by mosquitoes. And since we moved here and we have a yard, I noticed it was even more biting on my legs, bite of my arms, bite all over my shoulder, my hands, my legs. So I was looking online and I just kind of saw this thing pop up on Facebook called Tougher Than Tom. I'm going to share this webpage and I'm actually going to put this into, and I'm not getting, this is a 100% I've tried it endorsement. This is not me getting paid in any way. I'm going to share this link right now. Okay. The product is called Tougher Than Tom. And I'm going to share their website. I actually tried their product a couple years ago and it worked tremendous. Like it really worked. They're saying money back guarantee. Try it for one package. It's for an acre of land. We don't have an acre, but what we did was we put one on each corner. It's a set of 4, and you put one on each corner, and it literally will keep mosquitoes away. I was really surprised. I didn't think it would work. I've had problems with mosquitoes my entire life, dealing with them around even walking the dogs. There's mosquitoes. My neighbor who has a pool next door, I asked them when I bought it a couple years ago, I was like, hey, did you notice there were less mosquitoes? They're like, yeah, why? Because of this. So basically what it is the set includes 4 traps and includes 4 packages of this powder mix. I believe it's some kind of mixture of brewer's yeast, sugar, maybe some baking soda. But when you add warm water to it, it creates this really stinky fluid that mosquitoes go nuts over, and they go into this thing and they get stuck and they can't get out. It works wonders. Already I did it. I have to replace the water in these and do a refill. And not kidding you, mosquitoes are not even around anymore. But I'm going to do it again. And it's safe for pets. It's safe for pets. It's safe for people. It's all natural items from your house. It's not poisonous in any way. Like I said, I had really experienced great success with this. This is the set that I bought. I don't know if you can see this where it says sets. It comes with the 4-pack. I have to I'm going to see if I can try to figure out how to do my own version of it, because it is expensive, $29.99. That's once a month. Or it can last longer no, that's not $29. That's $29.99 for 4 sets. That's 4 months for $30. So that's better than sounds. But yeah, it's worked tremendous for me. I 100% really recommend this. Okay. And then I'm going to take this. Oh, well, I can tell you what I suggest for.
I'll get it up. We have the Presidente asking suggestions for getting an answer with the home remedies.
So there's a product called Taro, and it's safe for pets. It's basically a borax solution. It's like a thick, like soap, and basically it's really great stuff. The ants love it. They just go crazy over it, and they bring it back to their nest and they die. So I mean that's a really good product. But my other thing that I actually want to tell you about that I've tried in my house that has worked. Let me share the screen. Stop sharing, and I'm going to share. The other thing that I tried was I have a problem with weeds. I'm sure people have problems with weeds. That's just something that pretty much anyone who has any kind of land, houses, or garden, they have weeds. So one of the things that I've used is I use vinegar, some soap, and salt. And I mix it together. So I mix it together. And basically it sticks to the leaves of the weed and it kills it. Now it works really great. This is what you can use. It says use a you can use a standard household vinegar, but they have the agricultural vinegar at Home Depot. And you can get those spray bottles, like the pump spray, and it like will continuously spray. So I did this. I mixed it with soap, with some salt, and I put it out. You're supposed to kind of do it where you know it's gonna be hot. And basically, I killed a bunch of weeds in my backyard. You don't want to use a ton of it. You don't want to fully saturate your ground, because if you have any plants underneath it, it takes a while for the ground to kind of get better, right? Because it does kind of kill weeds and stuff. But try it out if you want to try it. It's really great, and it's not poisonous to your dogs.
Gotcha.
Like,
if I may, we have a clarification from Curtis Youngberg that just talks about, we can go back a little bit about the insecticide. It's not an insecticide. It's actually it's non-toxic because it's an attractant, which is why it's safe for animals and kids and such.
Yeah, it's attractant. And the weeds, my yard, I have 13 weeds and 12 of them are edible.
Oh.
So for me, that's kind of like a garden that I don't have to plant or water. The one weed I don't like is the foxtails, and I will be out there every morning and every evening pulling those out. Oh, I hate those. Sometimes
the only way to deal with weeds is to literally do the terrible and have to go through and pick them all out.
Oh,
but if you continually work on it, eventually they'll be gone.
That's why I pulled them out by hand. I pulled them out by the root before they seeded, before they had the little foxtails, and it was so much work.
Mom said she fed the dogs.
I wish it was that easy to get rid of my nemesis goat heads.
Oh, yeah. At least I don't have goat heads.
Those are terrible.
Yeah, most of my weeds are edible and used for things in home remedies. Go figure.
Folks, just to let you know, sometimes when Kelly Jo's on a kayak trip with me, when I'm running a group and Kelly Jo's on our kayak camping trip, she'll go into a bunch of reeds along the river, come out, and like that evening, make a pesto.
Not make a pesto. I sauteed some cattail stems. That's it. It tastes kind of like corn. And it's really good with some sage. If you can find sage, you add that to it. It's delicious. And then there's curly dock that grows along the river too. And curly dock is big, long leaves, and I can roll them and put cheese in them and steam it or something, or a piece of sausage in it. And those are delicious. It's kind of like lemony spinach. And the one good thing about curly dock is the roots are called yellow dock. And when you make a tincture out of it, it's good for digestive system. So it kind of knows what the human needs. And if you're up here with backed up, or you're down here with creepy cruds, it kind of just brings you here. That's its job. Yellow dock tincture. You could probably find that on Amazon too, but it's easy to make and it grows all over here. And then the seeds, if you ground the seeds, they make wonderful muffins.
Huh.
So the roots, the leaves and the seeds, and it grows. I don't have to plant it or water it. But you know, those seeds though, you have to grind. It takes a long time to get one muffin. But
We're
it's fun
talking
to try
grinding
at least once.
like a pestle and everything, or what?
Yes, because it doesn't really work in my Ninja or my my NutriBullet to ground the seeds that way.
So wait,
I don't have to blow the husks out too.
but what
It's
are
a
you?
lot
Are
of
you
work.
trying? Are you trying to make flour?
I make flour, yeah, out of the seeds of the curly dock with the curly leaves.
Okay.
It's a big plant too. It's tall.
Okay.
You'll see it in the fields. You'll see a tall rust colored stem with those are all the seeds. But
Wow.
that's a great plant and it's delicious. It's one of my favorite wild edibles to eat.
Wow. That's cool.
It's so tasty. I let it grow here just because it just tastes good. I mean, from the roots to the seeds, the whole plant is usable. Lots of plants are. It's a good one.
Some tribes base their some of their medicinal practices. Some will basically always mix with spirituality or whatnot, the physical. That's really loves you.
I'm sorry.
I make acorn
I don't
flour
understand why that
too,
happened.
Svea. I make acorn flour too.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I've done that. I usually do that once every 2 or 3 years because it lasts for so long. But it's kind of like buckwheat, and right around Thanksgiving, it's perfect if you're at family and you're there making pancakes. Everybody wants an acorn pancake, you know.
How long are
Wow.
you leaching the acorns for before you use them?
It depends on whether they're white acorns or black acorns. So I like to get like the big fat white ones. They're slick on the inside, where the black ones have like a velvet on the inside, but they take less time to leach. They're bigger. They take only a couple days. So if I grind it up and put it like in a stocking and then put it in a 5-gallon bucket and leach it in that till the water's kind of clear. You can tell, you can even taste the water, and the water you'll either taste all the tannins in it or not. And if you keep that water, you could dip your leather in it and it softens your leather up like your rawhides. Would be good for rawhide. It would be able to cure it or
You got my
what do you
curiosity
call it?
because I want to experiment with
It's
the
a
fish. I think
tenon,
that's
so
salmon hide.
yeah, that's what they used for rawhides and for leather. So
Wow.
that's kind of nice. But yeah, now so a couple days depending on the type of acorn. And then I'll dry it in my dehydrator, and then I'll put it in my NutriBullet and grind it up into a flour. That's tasty. I use it like you would an almond flour because it doesn't have as much gluten in it like a white flour does. So it's pretty good though. I enjoy it. It's kind of like buckwheat, just a little different. It has a sweet smell to it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were saying mosquitoes. I made this. I don't know if you could see it. It's just my writing. It is stinging nettle, yarrow, elderflower, and oregano. I made this for skin everything. Oregano is antibacterial, so it's an antibiotic basically. Yarrow is super good for skin. It's good for inside and outside, so it's good for a tea as well. The soldiers used to keep yarrow powdered in a satchel when they were at war because it stops bleeding and it starts healing. It's called nature's Band-Aid. So it kind of seals it. And I've used it that way just when I cut my arm or something in my garden. And it's right there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to chew up a little bit of it and put it right on there just to see, the effects. And it was like glue. It sealed it right up and it stopped the bleeding, just like you said. But the soldiers used to carry it, like in medieval times, to Achilles. That's the Achilles. His army, I guess, they were known for that. That was kind of a noted thing. But it's a nature's Band-Aid.
Oh God, yeah, I've used Euro in the field with some pretty good scrapes and cuts, whatnot, and that stuff just seals right up.
Yeah, and then elderflower is excellent for skin. Stinging nettle is good for everything from head to
Amazing
toe.
amount of stuff. Yeah.
Everything. It's a mother herb. It's got, when you look up the uses and benefits of different herbs, you'll get maybe a paragraph or so. It's good for diabetes, or it's good for low blood pressure, it's good for blood sugar or whatever. Stinging nettle has pages of what it's good for. And it actually stings you to get your attention. Say, hello, I'm good for you.
Does a heck of a job. We had a first year and still keep track, keep in touch, but we had Earl Tushkanik on the show a couple times our first year. And he's a very well native herbologist. And he's talked about quite a bit about like some of the benefits of stinging nettle. He does just to keep for hair loss and keep from turning gray and stuff like that.
The hair loss is the roots. It's also used as a prostate cancer treatment in the United Kingdom because it takes away the swelling, the roots. Women can't take it as much. Men over 50 should probably be taking it as a regular supplement because it builds testosterone, and that's why it helps grow hair, because it works on the testosterone. And it's also why women don't want to take it all the time, because we don't want to grow a beard. But, I don't take it all the time. I got plenty of hair still.
You're not a truck driver either, too.
A truck driver? Nope.
Hope there's no truck drivers watch, folks. If you're a truck driver and you're watching the show, we love you. Thank you.
Wait, what happened to truck driver? Did I say something about a truck driver?
Just for you, the whole image of female truck drivers and having a mustache.
Oh, having a beard. But yeah, you know what? Stinging nettle makes a delicious soup too. That's kind of how I started with it.
Yes.
It's really tasty. You cream it up, it's kind of like making potato soup, cream of potato, but instead of potatoes, you just stuff it full of nettle leaves. It's the same type of recipe, and then you blend it and put a little cream in it, and a little nutmeg on top of when you got it in the bowl, a little dash of nutmeg. It just turns it gourmet, that's all.
Yeah. I want to go over a couple more things. We'll start talking about resources people can start looking up to find this stuff out on their own that we're talking about. But let me go ahead and just say some household things people will experience on the home front around their house that they could do home remedies for. Different teas for different ailments. Let's jump on that because that's always going to be a main question people are going to think of. Matter of fact, we just got a question on the comments about that right now. We also have a troll, another one on Twitch. Go figure.
Maybe we just shouldn't post on Twitch. Seems like there's a lot of just not really.
I'm wondering. It's just all we get are our trolls come from Twitch. Well, we'll worry about that next week. Anyway, so we've got some questions about teas. What kind of teas can be used? Always big on sage tea for whatnot. That kind of helps with incontinence.
For me, it depends on where I'm going. And if I need to be a little bit, I'm prone to spinal meningitis, bacterial. So I can't be anywhere like the La Jolla Indian Reservation. I went there, I got spinal meningitis because of all the people swimming upstream. So if I go to somewhere like that where I'm going to be around a lot of people, I'll take some oregano oil before I go.
Yeah.
For its antibiotics. But and then anywhere like Toyon, that's another home remedy or wild thing. Tastes like cherry vanilla. It grows all over the place. People call it Christmas berry bush. Tastes like cherry vanilla though. I mean, it's delicious. I call it nature's Pepto-Bismol because it settles your stomach and is what the Indians use to settle their stomach. So that's kind of a cool tree. Found some in the Channel Islands when we were kayaking the Channel Islands. And there was one big toyon tree in our campsite. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to make everybody dessert tea because it's like a dessert. It's delicious. And you crush it up the leaf and you can smell it. It smells like cherry vanilla to me, but it's my granddaughter's favorite one. Is that toyon, Grammy Joe? Yep.
I didn't know they grew with Channel Islands.
Huh?
It totally makes sense. You think about it. I didn't know they grew with the Channel Islands too.
Yeah, they grow. I was surprised.
There's a lot of things that grow there that used to grow in California, mainland.
I was surprised to see it, but I was happy.
I'll bet.
Everybody else was. They'd never tried it before, but I wouldn't give something to somebody that I haven't had for a long time. And to me, Now the herbs and stuff that grow on the ground is like going through a grocery store, and I can tell the difference between a cabbage and a zucchini. That's kind of what it is on the ground now. There's so many benefits. Everything pretty much either has antibacterial, antimicrobial, or antifungal, or all. Especially like stinging nettles. Stinging nettles used for everything. Can I tell you about being called out at church?
No, tell
Oh
us.
my gosh, my pastor called me out on Mother's Day, said my name and pointed at me. His wife, he was going over some stuff about a mother talking to a son about the type of wife he should choose. And he goes, oh, and he goes, I didn't like my wife. He goes, I was sick and I was really frustrated and upset. And I was looking for this tea that Kelly Jo had put together for me, a few months ago when I was sick. And she gave me this tea, and it's like she just picked up some weeds out of her garden and threw it in a bag and gave it to me, said, here, drink it. And I did. I kind of felt funny. I told him wouldn't be a good human if I didn't give him something I know that works. And he's all respiratory. The things in this blend is all for respiratory. It's stinging nettle, elderflower, yerba santa that I have to go to Big Bear to collect, and thyme, what you have in your spice cabinet, that cuts mucus. But each one of those things have their job in this tea blend. So he was talking about being frustrated and that his wife took care of it because he was like, where's that tea? Who drank the last of that tea? But that. And then he pointed right at me, that Kelly Jo got me. She does like some kind of potion. And like he said the word potion in church,
Oh
are
God.
they going to burn me at the stake?
Oh
Oh,
my God.
I mean, I was like, couldn't believe he even said that. So everybody afterwards is like, oh, what's your potion? What's in that tea? I
No,
even went for a hike with a lady to get some elderflowers because that's one of the ingredients. So he was talking though, and he says his wife called and said, oh, don't worry, I called Kelly Jo and I'm stopping by there to pick you up some tea. He said, and right then I knew my whole day changed. I knew I was going to be okay. I was going to feel better. He says, that's just what a good wife does, type of thing, takes care of business. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, people were slipping me notes and stuff. And, what do you got in that tea blend? People have stopped by, they pick it up, but people have been doing that for a while now.
Yeah, I'm just glad when the ministers are using the word potion that you don't go to a Southern Baptist church.
I couldn't believe he said that. Of course, he used to be a stand-up comedian, so who else do?
Okay. Oh, I bet he was entertaining.
But yeah, I got called out in church on Mother's Day. I'll never forget it.
Where to go with that?
It's a good tea blend.
Let me bring out a question that a lot of people already associate, and see where we can go with this. If we talk about home remedies, let's go with, I think this is a good one to touch on because we've only got a few minutes left in the show. Willow.
White willow root.
White willow, we talk about it does have the acetaminophen in it. It is, aspirin is the derived from willow, amongst some other things.
No.
I keep that stuff too. Instead of doing baby aspirin, I keep bark.
That's for a headache. Painkiller. Prickly lettuce.
It looks like a syringe. But it's
It is. I got 100 of these, but it's like a resin. And it's made out of prickly lettuce. Like a resin.
Yeah. Okay.
It takes 3 days to make, but if it's somebody that's stuck on ibuprofen every day, like they told me to do, just take it every morning. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta check this out, and found out that it wants to make my liver and my kidneys look like Swiss cheese. So I found an alternative, and it grows in my yard.
Let me remind folks that what we're saying now is for entertainment purposes only. That's our legal. We have to get out there about this. But I'm with you on that one. Is that some of these long-term medications that are prescribed long-term just destroy your organs.
I've been making this for about 6 years now. Yeah. And now my family members, everybody, I have to make more. I cut it with honey, so it doesn't taste too bad. But it's not made to taste good. It's made to work. But I carried around a bottle of Aleve for like 3 years just for backup. I never used it. It became expired. I just threw it away. So I just have this for a headache or I have 11 herniated discs from a broken back. So sometimes one of them argues with me. And that's what I do.
We have a comment from Curtis Youngberg. Well, first of all, Maya El Presidente says Kelly Jo needs to tell us about her natural food and concoctions and teas. Write a recipe book, Kelly Jo. What do you have for any inflammatory issues?
Anti-inflammatory. When I go with the James down the river and I know I'm paddling 16 or 17 miles that first day, I make a sauerkraut that's sweet, but it's also made out of turmeric, pepper, cayenne, and ginger. And it's a sweet kraut. So to me, it's delicious, of course, you know. My daughter thinks I should sell it at farmers markets. I'm like, I'll make it, you market it. Other than that, you know.
Yeah, sometimes we get locked into that stuff.
Yeah. So it's turmeric. For anti-inflammatory, I make a shake with coconut milk, monk fruit, turmeric, pepper, cayenne pepper, and ginger. I blend that up. Not too much ginger because that will upset your stomach as well. It's good for your stomach, but too much of anything, you know. So I blend that up, make it a milkshake, and I drink that for anti-inflammatory, for sore muscles or any inflammation that I might feel is coming on.
Yeah. You mentioned turmeric. Now, remind that's good for, that was the anti-inflammatory?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has to go with pepper. Pepper is what opens it up and lets your body absorb it. That's a short explanation of it. Cayenne is a good heat. It's a good heating thing. It's good for anti-inflammatory. And then ginger, of course, is a good anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
And that's why I bring it when I go with you down the river. And that's with my second meal, that after that first long paddle, that's part of my meal. That's a side dish. And that sauerkraut's not only good for my stomach, but it's good because it's an anti-inflammatory as well. It's food is medicine. And we just have to learn how to cook again to make it that way.
That's was talking about earlier, but we kind of jumped to another subject. Is a lot of tribes what you'll have, you know, their medicinal products or healing practices will be based off, you know, there's always a huge amount of spirituality into it, but some tribes are more earth, this, that. Others are medicinal. A lot of Eastern tribes are big on the medicinal by using plants, seeing as that is more the healers, while some things with involving animals will bring the sickness. And some of the stuff that comes up with is Cherokee Nation's well known for that. They're medicinal practitioners. Are known for a lot of plant blends and stuff like that, what you're talking about. But, you know, when you're talking about the Southeast, there's a lot of different plants in a single little area.
Every region you're going to learn a whole different set of plants. Anti-inflammatory too. This is shepherd's purse. And the leaves are so cute because they look like tiny little hearts all over the place, like baby's breath, but in little heart-shaped leaves. But this is good for like female cramps, things like that. This is shepherd's purse. This is that stinging nettle root that's good for growing hair, and it's also a major anti-inflammatory. Chaga mushrooms, immune builder. I don't know how I was thinking of that. That just kind of popped in my head. And then we have pink clover. That's good for lots of colds and stuff type of things. Pineapple weed. This is for anxiety.
Where's pineapple weed from?
It's in the chamomile family. It's a cousin. It's also a sedative. I mean, if you drank enough that was concentrated, you can have appendicitis and then you just wake up smiling. This is a sedative. If you take too much, it's 6 to 8 heads per cup of water. And I call it do to do. If I was going to market it, it would be do to do, because it just makes your whole day do to do to do to do to do.
Okay.
Do to do to do. Just makes you nice and do to do to do.
I like that.
We got elderflower here. I got dandelion root. I've got all sorts of goodies. Here's purslane. This grows all over my garden. It looks like an ice plant. Purslane. This is where you get all your omegas. And it grows for nothing. I just water my garden and there it is. It'd be something most people pull out. This has got more nutrition than my whole garden put together. Purslane.
What do you usually add that to?
All the omegas, huh?
What do you usually add that to, or do you take it alone?
Actually, I pull it out and I rinse it off. I chop it up and put it in scrambled eggs. It's pretty tasty. And you can just have it raw too, because it's thirsty. If you're thirsty, it quenches your thirst. Things like that. There's so many things. There's stinging nettle seeds. I call these scrubbing bubbles because these clean your organs. Yeah, an eighth of a teaspoon is a dose. Not that easy to harvest.
You wouldn't be giving those to Taco Bell lately, would you?
But they clean your blood, they clean your kidneys, your heart, they clean all your there's purslane. That cleans everything. Purslane's a good one. I've got so much of this. Actually, I'm drying it right now so that I can powder it and put it in capsules as a daily supplement for when it doesn't grow. But right now it grows all over the place in my world, and I eat it often, every day, pretty much. That's just some of the things. This is like from my tea blends apothecary that I have, a couple shelves full. I make my own vinegars too, because why not? It's real easy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I think I was in.
My voice echoing back from your end.
Okay. Did you hear me earlier?
No.
Okay, I must have been on mute. Yeah. This is what that weed looks like that Kelly Jo's talking about.
Yeah, it's tasty. And those little flowers, they look really good in a salad.
What were you calling scrubbing bubbles?
I call it the stinging nettle seeds. I think they buy them for like 100 for $7 for 100 of them. You can fit 100 of them on the end of your pinky. I take an eighth of a teaspoon every now and then, or I'll sprinkle it on salad, or kind of like you would a sesame seeds, and it cleans your organs. It cleans everything. It's very strong. It's 3 times as strong as the nettle leaf. So the whole plant, like the roots, the stem, I strip down, because if you get stung by stinging nettle, you take the stem, crush it up, you rub it on the sting's gone. So since I work with stinging nettle a lot, I'm always crushing up a stem and rubbing it on. So I took just a stem and yarrow, and I infused a really quality olive oil, and I made a salve out of it. And of course, I had to go out and get stung by stinging nettle to see if it would work, because I used just the stem, and it did. And not only does it work for the stinging nettle stem, but it works for mosquitoes and anything itchy. And it's been a really nice salve. And I add a little plantain this is personally, plantain's a whole nother plant that grows in my garden as well.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
I remember Burl talking about plantain being good for mosquito bites or flea bites.
Plantain its nickname was white man's footprint. It's not native to America. It's not native to this continent. It's native to Europe. So it was brought here by settlers, and they would grow it along their travels. And that's why it's called a white man's footprint, because it'll grow there. And they knew that they would have food and medicine if they were to travel that way again. So that's kind of an interesting little.
And I've seen this grow. I've seen it grow inside or in the middle of lawns.
Mm-hmm. At the parks, though, you'll find this at the park. I grab a bunch of the leaves, these stems. I put in my scrambled eggs when they're young ones, little young stems, and they're pretty tasty. The seeds you can make a flour out of as well. But the leaves, I have narrow leaf, and that's broadleaf right there, and the narrow leaf is the longer. And I make the salve out of that. I'll infuse the oil. I have a carboxylator. It'll infuse my oil in like 4 hours, so I can make an infused any type of oil in a short amount of time, when it would usually take a couple days in a crock pot or a couple months on the shelf. So I do that, beeswax, shea butter, maybe a little bit of vitamin E oil or coconut oil, just a tiny little bit, and then put it and use it. I use this stuff all the time for all sorts of things. That's a good one. I gave a lady some of that with the kayak club, and she got my number from somebody, called me, thanked me for the medicinal salve that I gave her, and it was just plantain, because it helped her with her staph infection. That's what it was. I was pretty amazed. My friend's husband used it on some rash he had. His doctor says, "Oh, don't, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it." So that's a really good plant.
So, and guess what? We are out of time.
We're out of time. It's 11 o'clock. Holy cow. This would be perfect. It was the old days where the show would go 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
We're not locked down at home anymore like 6 years ago. Oh my God, Kelly Joe, I would love to go another hour, but you've done a lot just staying up this late for us. As you said, you'll start to watch the show. Next thing you know.
Oh, I'll be awake for the next 2 hours now. Thank you very much.
Sorry. A couple comments from viewers. I think we have just a quick follow-up from Curtis. He says, you grabbed herbs out of your garden, boiled them, and they healed beyond his understanding. That qualifies as witchcraft. Own it. That had me laughing so hard on mine. And another one from Curtis that's kind of fun is, I'll be definitely need to rewatch this episode again later. A lot of good info here.
Oh, you know what? And that was just tapping on a little tiny bit of what's out there. And what home remedies, the apricot, no, the avocado pit and rubbing alcohol. I thought that was too simple, but it's not. It works on sore muscles and arthritis areas. Oh, it's crazy. The things that are available.
Biggest question people will be having is, where can they go to look for and find this information? Can you name a couple places they could go to, websites or a book or anything that they could find out this stuff?
You know what? I always just say I learn one plant at a time. There is PlantNet. There's a couple apps you could identify plants when you're on a hike and see what things are. It's where I learned about turkey tail. Turkey tail's wonderful. It's a wonderful mushroom. It's a mushroom. And I found some up on a hike, San Juan Loop Trail, and so I get into it. I research it. I don't just read about it, though. I use it and I try it and I make things instead of just hearing about it. So that's why not? You know, time goes by either way.
Yeah, I love getting into good discussions about the benefits of different types of mushrooms. Wendy Hodge too. She just names them all. I'm like, what's that? And
turkey tail on TED Talks.
Huh?
TED Talks turkey tail. That's pretty much all you have to Google. It'll come up and it'll tell you all about it.
And as you said, one plant at a time and let it balloon from there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's so much information online. You know, you have to filter through like you do everything else, especially like YouTube. I'll filter through 12 ways of making sauerkraut, and then I'll come up with what works for me, or 12 ways of making vinegars and things like that.
And then always double check where you were going and make sure you're not with some kind of just let's say, politely say somebody really funky that has no business putting on informational video on plants. But you know,
yeah, and you know what? It's also good. It's also good to know what's not good for you, like that water hemlock. You know, always be nice to your herbalist. Be nice to your herbalist.
All right, okay. Hemlock. That's what killed Cleopatra, or what was it?
Poor Svea. She's so tired. Let's let her go home. Let her go to bed. Look at
she's
she's
tired.
I got 3 hours of sleep, so
poor
I'm
lamb.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed right now because I got a 40-mile bike ride in the morning. I'll be talking about that next week. It'll be interesting. Okay, folks, it is 11:03. We're 3 minutes in overtime. We got to go. Huge thank you to Kelly Jo coming on.
Thank you so much,
thank
Kelly
you for
Jo.
having me.
Really
I enjoyed it. And
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we are live next week. On a personal note, so I'm going to say it anyway. Personal note, it is about the time of year that we are at the 4-year anniversary of the neuro whoopsie I had 4 years ago. I'm going to touch on that, but I'm actually doing a 40-mile bike ride in the morning to commemorate 4 years since it happened, and I'll be showing some videos of that. I'm going to be up at like 3:30 in the morning on the bike, so I got Svea's got 3 hours. I'm headed for 3 hours. Be fun stuff. Otherwise, we'll be bringing you part 25 of our episode, part 25 of our series of why Jar Jar Binks is the greatest Star Wars character ever. And with that, we'll get going because Svea's getting tortured. Folks, we got to make a part 2. And with that, let me bring on the closing credits. As soon as I find the thingy. Okay. Video file. Dance with us, folks, while we do this. And remember, watch out for your iceberg lettuce from Big Citrus.
Unless you have a porcelain attorney.
Personal porcelain attorney. Redancing.
Oh, ain't he cute?
He's cute. He's not.
He's cute. He's cute. He's cute.
I'm with you, Svea.
You know what? You know what? Just because
Yay.
you talk about all that plant stuff and write about everything, you can't read the room. Everybody loves Jar Jar Pickles.
Hang
And
up.
with